ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. You cannot run a modern business without it. And often it seems you cannot run it with it either. This lecture gives you a brief introduction to ERP. ERP is a business software, actually the most important business software for managing firms. If you already watched the lecture on MRP and Bill of Materials, you have learned about the roots of ERP. Material requirements planning was developed in the 1950s and is still the planning engine in ERP. Recall that MRP, which is based on the master production schedule, the bill of materials, and inventory records, works out the timing and quantities of a materials plan. It provides input to production planners for making detailed shop floor production schedules and for purchasers to order materials in due time. ERP is a much more extended version of MRP, which helps firms manage manufacturing, purchasing, customer relations, human resources, finances, and much, much more. A problem with MRP was that it only produced a static materials plan. Whether or not that was a realistic plan, you couldn't tell. Also, whatever actually happened at the shop floor was never fed back to the software. Hence, the plan was usually wrong. We can say the map did not fit the landscape. That's why closed-loop MRP was developed in the 1970s. But of course it didn't stop there. As computers became more and more advanced, their calculations power grew exponentially and their usability improved greatly. Computers found more and more application in manufacturing. In the 1980s, MRP2 was developed. Note that MRP2 stands for Manufacturing Resource Planning, not Material Requirements Planning. Why? While MRP was primarily concerned with materials, MRP2 was concerned with the integration of all aspects of the manufacturing process, including materials, finances, and human resources. And then comes ERP. Together, the German company SAP and the US-based Gartner termed Enterprise Resource Planning ERP in 1990, which was basically a new name for MRP2. Before that, the German term Produktionsplanungssystem and the US term MRP were slightly different. Today, ERP refers to commercial software packages that connects the firm's transactional processes. ERP also extends beyond the firm and into supply chains using electronic data interchange standards to communicate between systems. Integration or business alignment is the core objective of ERP. Maybe you haven't heard about ERP, but I'm sure you've heard about some of the ERP vendors. They include, for example, SAP, which is today the leading player in the ERP market. Other large ERP vendors include Oracle, Microsoft, Infor, Epicor, IFS, and Sage, and many, many more small, medium-sized providers of tailored ERP software. Whatever ERP system you choose, you should treat it as a delicate machine, like a new car. It needs care and maintenance in order to perform well over many years. Most companies do not have one integrated, all-encompassing ERP system. Instead, they can have up to several hundred IT systems that are partly connected and partly disconnected to a core IT database. Even off-the-shelf ERP systems consist of bundles of software modules. Typical ERP modules include finance and accounting, production, human resources, planning, inventory management, reporting and business intelligence, customer relationship management, and sales and marketing. Note that the greatest advantage of ERP is that it seeks to establish a single point of truth. Therefore, master data management is essential for its performance. The quality of an ERP system relates directly to the quality of the master data it uses for calculations. ERP is a data crunching machine, so shit in, shit out. While how we organize work today is unthinkable without ERP, it is also one of the most usual sources of irritation for users. It is extremely hard to get IT right for company process management. And when you think you have it, some things change. Managers are often reluctant to change ERP systems. On the one hand, it is a massive undertaking, 2 to 3 years at the minimum. It would cost millions of dollars and the return on investment is at best a qualified guess. ERP implementation projects notoriously take more time and cost and resources than planned. Only 15% of all ERP implementations go roughly according to objectives. And sometimes it goes really bad. Erik Scherer suggests that 50% of ERP implementation qualifies as disasters. Some companies may even go bankrupt in the process. On the other hand, when first implemented, the payback of a new ERP system can often be enjoyed after approximately 3 years. It takes time for people to learn a new system and use all of its functionality. But when they do, they will help run the businesses more effectively and efficiently than before. In almost any firm, there is a considerable improvement potential in how people use IT to manage processes. So, if you haven't already worked in an ERP system, I bet you will at some time in your career. If you get frustrated by it, try living without. Love to ERP!